1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves men's basketball. Our OU Braves basketball coverage can be heard on 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, and online at KOFO.com, and is brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Harvest Bank, Ottawa University, Dingle & Son Mortuary, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, also by Kansas State Bank, Adams & Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Great Life Golf and Fitness. Now, let's join KOFO's Casey Weeder for Ottawa University Braves men's basketball.
From the Sports Center in McPherson, Kansas, on the campus of McPherson College, it's Ottawa University men's basketball as the Braves wrap up the regular season in a huge matchup against the McPherson College Bulldogs. The Braves 15-8, 12-8 in the KCAC, coming off a loss to Sterling in overtime on Wednesday night, 108-102. McPherson Bulldogs, they're 16-8, 14-8 in the KCAC. They are coming off a big win over Southwestern at that final score 75-58 in a game that they trailed 36-25 at half and blew out Southwestern in the second half. Biggest thing was holding Southwestern to just one made three-point field goal in the second half. And this one coming down to the wire in the KCAC. The first and second seeds have been wrapped up in the conference as Bethel and Oklahoma Wesleyan both with 4 losses. Bethel has 16 wins. The Eagles from Oklahoma Wesleyan with 13. McPherson right below them at 14-8. Ottawa at 12-8, and then Southwestern 11-8. As McPherson, who got that big win over Southwestern, is now ahead of them in the win column, but have the same amount of losses. Ottawa kind of in that same boat, and a win today for Ottawa could see them lock up at least a top 4 seed, which gets them out of those playing games. The KCAC tournament is so different this year as 12 teams get in, but you want to avoid falling into the 5th spot as you do not get a bye, and you actually have to play on Monday if you aren't able to come away with a win today. If you do win, Ottawa will be playing on Wednesday and will be hosting inside Wilson Fieldhouse. So a huge matchup, and it seems like the last 3 years, all 3 regular seasons ending in a matchup with McPherson. One of them 2 years ago went to the Braves in overtime. Last year, a steal for Ryan Haskins on the final possession where McPherson could have won the ball game with a 3 or tied it with a 2. Ryan Haskins getting the steal, and Ottawa able to walk out of there with a win. And tonight it comes down to the wire one more time as the Braves look to wrap up a top 4 seed in the KCAC tournament. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
So Valentine's Day's come and gone. How'd it go? What? No, he didn't. A vacuum cleaner? Well, it's too cold for him to sleep in the doghouse, so how about giving him another chance? I'll talk to him. Did you really think a new vacuum was what you wanted? You haven't been listening. I know, that's probably what she said too. Sutton's Jewelry, my friend. Sutton's Jewelry. She wants a new Vera Bradley bag. You know, a new fresh pattern. And when she opens it up, you better have a new set of earrings or a necklace. Or, if you're making good for more than one past Valentine's Day, may I suggest a new diamond, ready and waiting. Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Because it's just too cold to sleep in the doghouse.
5.5 minutes until we tip it up inside the Sports Center and on the campus of McPherson College. Braves and Bulldogs will lock it up for the final regular season game of the 2020-2021 season, and then we'll start the KCAC tournament on Monday of next week. And Ottawa coming off a tough loss on Wednesday, one they're really going to want back and maybe leave a sour taste in their mouths to wrap up the home portion of the regular season, a 108-102 loss to Sterling, a game that Ottawa led at the half 40-39. Sterling able to erase a 4-point deficit with just over 2 minutes to go, and it was the Braves who had to hang on and tie it up late to send it to overtime, but in OT, Sterling outscoring Ottawa 19-13 after starting that overtime period with a made three, and then Ottawa never got closer than 5 after that. Some positive from that game: Perry Carroll goes for 28, Ty Bland with 25, Jaquan Daniels with 19. Looking at the statistics, Ottawa led in every single enhanced scoring. They led in rebounding. Actually, my apologies. Sterling ended up coming back and getting a couple late rebounds as they won that 42-40. What worried me most was the assists. Sterling 21-17 over the Braves. Braves kept the turnovers down just 10, as their average this year has hovered around 15 per game. But enhanced scoring, Ottawa winning in bench points, points in the paint, second chance points, and points off of turnovers. So Sterling, tipped their hat to him, shot the ball well, made 14 threes. Kenan Comley went off for that career-high 27. I think this is one you just try and move on from. A team that has gotten hot. Sterling beat Southwestern just a week prior to beating the Braves, so a team that's going to be dangerous in the KCAC tournament. As we shift our focus to the McPherson College Bulldogs, they're coming off they're probably their biggest win of the season at home, as I talked about, a 75-58 win over Southwestern. In that game, the Bulldogs 41% from the field. They were 11 of 25 from three. They are definitely are willing to chuck it up from deep. They average about 9 makes per game, 33%, but they have bigs in the middle that will go up and get offensive boards as they out-rebounded Southwestern 39-34, 14 offensive rebounds in that win, just 10 turnovers as the Bulldogs pulled away in the second half after trailing by 9 as they outscored the Mound Builders 48-22 in the second half. And going back to the first matchup between these two teams, it was a double overtime thriller, McPherson winning 103-99. And the Bulldogs, again, red hot from deep. 14 made threes, 19 of 25 from the free throw line. The big difference, though, the rebounding. 54-44 edge, and they forced 18 Ottawa turnovers, which led to 25 points. They also had 12 second chance points, and their bench outscored Ottawa 36-25. A positive for the Braves in that game, though, 42 points to the paint, which tells you they were able to get to the rim as much as possible. Braves had 31 from Ian Moore. That was a career high from him. 7 of 10 from behind the three-point line. Ottawa trailed by 8 in the first half and actually trailed by 15 at one point in the second half before coming back and forcing overtime twice. We actually had an incident at the end of regulation where head coach TJ Eskelson picked up a technical after time expired. So the Braves actually led going into overtime, number one, 82-80. Were outscored, though, from that point, 9-7. And then in overtime, too, it was 16-12 advantage for the Bulldogs, who just kind of had the Braves' number inside Wilson Fieldhouses. They've won 2 out of the last 3 in the last 2 regular season matchups. But Ottawa walking into the Sports Center tonight have to feel good about their chances. They've won 5 straight in this building. That one dates back to January 10th, 2015, and this matchup as a whole goes back to 1910. So the 177th meeting between OU and McPherson. Braves lead the series 110-66. Ottawa 5-5 on the road this season, have won 3 straight. In Ottawa's 10 road games, they're averaging 90 points per game, defense allowing 85.7. But you look at those 3 wins on the road, Braves gave up 70, 76, and 68. So the defense has actually been better away from Wilson Fieldhouse in their last 3 games than when they played inside of Wilson Fieldhouse. So they've been able to find something that's worked. Ottawa, who got Joe Johnson III back on Wednesday, good to have him back on the floor after missing 3 games. Ty Bland went off for Ottawa on Wednesday. He scored a career-high 25. Andre Jackson also had a double-double, 13 and 10. So we will go ahead and wrap up our pregame coverage as it's a battle for a top 4 spot in the KCAC tournament as the Braves look to knock off the Bulldogs in McPherson. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
And sponsored by Open Jar Concepts. Attention, this is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secrets since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call us now at 800-760-5143. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-760-5143. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-760-5143. Again, 800-760-5143.
Welcome back to the Sports Center in McPherson, Kansas, as they're actually honoring Fred Watts from McPherson College, a recipient of a scholarship for the basketball program, as he is being honored at midcourt. We're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups. We'll start with the home team, McPherson College Bulldogs. They're 16-8, 14-8 in the KCAC. At guard will be number 0, Gage McCoy, a 6'6 junior from Lenexa, Kansas. At guard, number 3, Josh Rivers, the 5'10 junior from Midwest City, Oklahoma. At guard, number 24, Cameron Jenkins, a 6'1 senior from Eminence, Kentucky. At forward, number 35, Frederick Watts, the 6'3 senior from Houston, Texas. And at guard, number 44, Jason Okoro, a 6'1 sophomore from Lagos, Nigeria. For the Braves, at guard, number 0, Jaquan Daniels, the 6'4 senior from Columbus, Georgia. At guard, number 11, Perry Carroll, the 5'11 senior from Ottawa, Kansas. At guard, number 3, Ian Moore, a 6'2 junior from Lamar, Missouri. At guard, number 5, Andre Jackson, a 6'3 senior from Turner, Kansas. And at forward, number 35, Mason McDowell, the 6'7 senior from Paola. Braves 15-8, 12-8 in the KCAC. Coming off that loss to Sterling 108-102 on Wednesday in overtime. Braves coached by Aaron Siebenthal in his 6th season, record of 102-75. Assistant coaches Phil McClintock, Jamie Badish, Alex Lawson, and Bruce Marshall. For the Bulldogs, their head coach TJ Eskelson in his 2nd season, assistant coaches Connor Carmen and Lewis Parker III. We're going to go and take a break for the national anthem. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KLFO.
There's never been a more important time to take care of your whole health, and Advent Health Ottawa is there to help with proven whole-person care, close to home, with specialty physicians offering services in primary care, orthopedic care, women's care, internal and sleep medicine, and much more. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness. And sponsored by Open Jar Concepts. Attention, this is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secrets since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call us now at 800-760-5143. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-760-5143. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-760-5143. Again, 800-760-5143.
Welcome back as the Braves have been introduced inside the Sports Center. Ottawa going with the gold jerseys, gold shorts, Ottawa across the chest in black, outlined in gray, those Adidas jerseys. For McPherson, white jerseys, white shorts, Bulldogs across the chest in cursive in red, outlined in black, numbers red, outlined in black. As Ottawa, their starting five, again, we'll roll through it. Jaquan Daniels, Perry Carroll, Ian Moore, Andre Jackson, and Mason McDowell. For the Bulldogs, Gage McCoy, Josh Rivers, Cameron Jenkins, Fred Watts, Jason Okoro. As it is a battle for what we think could be third place, what could be fourth place. There will be a vote this afternoon because there are teams that have played a different total number of games, and these head-to-head matchups are so key. But if Ottawa does come away with the win, it will have split the season series with both McPherson and Southwestern. And then from there, I don't know where you go. So hold on to your hats as we get set for Ottawa University men's basketball on the road to wrap up the regular season. But we know it is either third or fourth place on the line inside the Sports Center. It will be McDowell to jump it up against Watts as the officials get the final word from the scores table. Braves go from left to right in the first half as McDowell is going to win the tip. And Ottawa gets first possession as Perry Carroll on the left side of the floor starts with a screen from Andre Jackson. Bounce pass to Ian Moore. He'll look inside to Jackson. He works on Gage McCoy. Jackson double team, goes out to McDowell. Backdoor cut, finds Carroll. Reverse layup good with the right hand. On the dish from Mason McDowell to Perry Carroll. Ottawa leads it 2-0. Currently no score or time on the live stream, so we'll do our best to keep you updated, but it is 2-0 in favor of OU. Okoro in the corner, crossover, dribble, he'll back it on McDowell, loses the handle, gets it back on the baseline, and he steps out of bounds. Turnover on McPherson. The Bulldogs average 15 turnovers a game, and we're going to see full court pressure. Carroll will guard Rivers. Rivers was a big problem for Ottawa a year ago. He was probably one of the few guys that could give Darryl Bowie problems on the dribble, but that's a fun matchup between Carroll and Rivers. Daniels looking to drive, goes by Okoro through the contact. Can he score? No. Rebound by McCoy for McPherson. Ian Moore will guard McCoy, the junior from Lenexa, goes 6'6". Rivers inside off the glass, shot's no good, but a whistle before the shot, and a foul called on Ian Moore. So we're going to go off of the time on the stream, which says 18 minutes and 33 seconds to go in our first half. McCoy with a turnaround jumper is short, gets his own rebound, putback's no good. Rebound by Mason McDowell for the Braves as they lead it 2-0. McDowell between the circles, finds a cutting Andre Jackson, looks inside, right hand layup, good, in the foul for Dre, and an opportunity for a three-point play. Again off the dish from Mason McDowell, his second assist, and had it prepared. He's at 491 rebounds in his career, 9 rebounds away, make it 8 rebounds away after he got the defensive board on the last possession from getting to 500 boards for the junior from Paola. It is the senior from Paola. The senior from Turner, Kansas, Andre Jackson, finishes the three-point play as Ottawa takes a 5-point lead. 5-0, 18:22 to go first half. Okoro, 25-foot jumper, long, rebound into the hands of Andre Jackson for OU. Dre will keep it himself out to the wing. Ian Moore out to Carroll. Carroll steps through, lost the handle, and they're going to call a charge on Perry Carroll. He gets up limping on that right leg, seems to be okay, and not sure I agree with I'm not sure the official knew that he was going to make that call. Usually with a charge, they're a little more emphatic. Instead, just points the other way, and the Braves' first turnover, first foul of the night on Perry. Watts backs in on Jackson, spinning, and he's going to be called for the travel. So for the Bulldogs, 0 of 3 from the floor, and have turned it over twice. 5-0 OU. 17:52 to go first half. Final regular season game of the season. Chance of a first-round bye in the KCAC tournament. Carroll, left-hand layup is going to swirl in. Is kind of setting a backdoor screen for him was Mason McDowell, just forcing the defender to go around him, and Ottawa leads it by 7. Cameron Jenkins' first touch, able to go by Daniels, layup inside, and he was looking to make a pass prior to the shot. So it's a foul on OU. That will be team foul number 3 already on the Braves. If we've played just a few minutes here, they are going to let Jenkins go to the line. The official pointing to the baseline as Jenkins will shoot the free throws. His first one's good. First point for the Bulldogs as Jenkins, one of the elite three-point shooters in this conference, 16 points per game, 79% foul shooter. He'll make both of them, but is a 33% shooter from behind the three-point line. Has made 59 threes on the year. 7-2 Braves, 17-18 to go first half. There's Ian Moore, and a stoppage again as the whistles have been flying, and an offensive foul here on Ottawa. No, they're going to change it. It is Ian Moore stepped out of bounds, did not establish himself. And inside a floater for Fred Watts is no good. Rebound by Andre Jackson for OU. Dre has a Coro on him. Here's Andre. Right corner. Perry Carroll gets to the short corner. Little hesitation. Floats by Coro. Can't get it to go, though, from 3 feet. Coro gets the rebound as Carroll was able to shake him just a little strong with the right hand. Jenkins guarded by Daniels. He'll drive, get inside, goes off the glass, scores as Ian Moore trying not to pick up his second foul as it's a 4-0 McPherson run. It's a 3-point lead for the Braves. 16:30 to go first half. Backdoor pass does find Carroll. He looked to score with the left hand, and just Carroll never in a rush. He able to give a little pump fake on the baseline, got Rivers to look one way, and then lays it in on the left side of the bucket. Cameron Jenkins' step back 3 is an air ball. Rebound by Ian Moore. Braves by 5, 9-4. Moore floating, trying to bank one off the glass, misses everything. And a rebound for McPherson. Just kind of caught himself in no man's land. Watts at the point. Ottawa not going to step out. Watts can shoot the 3, and he hits it. Of all the 5 on the floor, though, probably the one person you could leave alone. Watts can make it when he needs to. He's got 19 made threes at 29%, so the percentages say he's not going to make the majority, but a big one there for McPherson to cut it to a 2-point OU lead. 15:40 to go first half. Ian Moore, left hand off the glass, hits the deck, shot's no good. Rebound by McPherson. It's a 5-on-4 break. Rivers out to the right wing. Can Moore recover? He can. He'll drive by Daniels, gets in the lane trying to score, and he does as Cameron Jenkins now with 6 points, and it's tied at 9. 15 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the half. Daniels, let's make that Dre will kick it out to Daniels on the wing. It's off the front rim. That's Jaquan's first shot of the game, and a rebound by McPherson. Pass the other way to McCoy, and now they're going to call a foul on OU for a push-off on Ian Moore. That is 14 fouls on Ottawa, and we've played 4 minutes and 59 seconds. See if these subs for Ottawa can flip the script here. Into the game for the Braves is going to be Jackson Mallory and Joe Johnson III, and we're going to get a timeout from the Braves, a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
When your peace on earth is interrupted by an accident, let CarStar give you peace of mind with iCar Gold Class service. We'll file your claim, take care of the repair, and have you back on the road in no time. CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here. Call 242-8916.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting GreatLifeGolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Welcome back. Ottawa led by 7 early on, but the Bulldogs on a 7-0 run as we're tied at 9. As we're going to see Miles McCrary check in, number 21, the 6'5 sophomore from Arlington for the Bulldogs. I mentioned Joe Johnson III, the 5'8 senior from Waynesville, Missouri, and Jackson Mallory, the senior from Lawrence, will come in for Ottawa off the bench. And right now it is, you could literally breathe on someone right now and you're going to be called for a foul. There have been 5 personal fouls called in less than 5 minutes of play. And usually the first half is where the officials let you play a little bit more. And that's got to be a warning for McPherson. They had water spilt on the floor. That's got to be a delay of game warning. They didn't clean it up after the timeout. And that could be big later on in this game. Miles McCrary, right corner. Mallory on him. Bounce pass to Okoro. Up top, Jenkins. As Ottawa's going to switch, Jenkins has 6 here early on. Jenkins, NBA range 3. It's off the front rim. Offensive rebound by McCrary. No, Mallory able to save it into the hands of Jaquan Daniels. Daniels out to Joe. Joe for 3. It's long, and that Ottawa's not made a triple yet. They'll kick it back out. Daniels. As he got the offensive rebound. Johnson III, right corner. Drives. His shot's blocked from behind by Jenkins. It goes off the rim, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs as Ottawa has not had a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. Rivers wants a 3 in the corner. Yes. And McPherson with their first lead as they go up by 3, 12-9. 14-14 to go in the half. Looks like Ty Bland is going to be checking in here shortly. Ottawa going to post up Jackson, short corner. He works inside, kicks it out to Mallory. Jackson for 3, in and out, and Ottawa can't buy a bucket right now. Last 2 triples look like they were going to go down. Ottawa now 4 of 12 from the field. Going to lob it over the top to McCrary, ripped away by Carroll, and he'll go the other way with it. Perry in transition, spins in the lane, kicks it out, and a whistle and another foul. And it goes on McPherson this time. Foul's on Watts. His first personal, second team foul on McPherson. Ty Bland into the game, the 6'5 junior from Auburn Hills, Michigan for the Braves. Sub coming will be Jerome Washington, number 23, the 6'5 freshman from Andover, and he played a huge part in that win over Southwestern. He had 13 points. That was a career high for him. Inbound to Carroll in the left wing. Up top to Joe Johnson III, works it around the key to Bland. Ty spins, goes by a corner, right-hand layup's good. Washington couldn't get over and defend, and Ottawa able to end their 3-minute drought. They trail by 1, 12-11, 13-28 to go in the half. Rivers just hit the 3, guarded by Johnson III, blows by Joe and lays it in. Back to a 3-point MAC lead, 13-17 to go in the half. Mallory between the circles. Right wing, Carroll. Mallory sets a screen for him. Carroll drills back out to the wing, now back to Mallory. Ottawa has all 5 players on the baseline. Mallory kicks it in the corner. They're going to call an offensive foul on Jackson as Washington flops on the floor. As his feet were still shuffling, and Ottawa picks up their 5th team foul. First personal on Mallory. Daniels will come out for OU. McDowell will return. .13 minutes left in the half. McPherson on the midst of a 14-2 run. McCoy left wing, Braves drop into the 2-3 zone. Jenkins right wing, catch, shoots. Shot's no good. It's knocked out of bounds by McPherson. Mallory doing everything he can to get on the glass. He has to play down low. Ottawa has to go a little smaller when they play that zone. And back to the full court pressure by McPherson as they'll have Rivers guard Carroll all the way up the floor. Braves just 5 of 15 to start this game. Bland on the left wing, 4-3, no. And Carroll had the offensive board, went through his hands. They'll kick it out to Johnson III. Back to Mallory. 3-pointer for Carroll this time, no. Ottawa 5 of 17. McCoy over to Washington. Left side, Rivers. 14-11, McPherson. Rivers wants another 3. Ottawa just not stepping out, and he buries it. McPherson is 3 of 6 from deep. It is a 17-2 run. Mallory wants another 3 and a blocking foul as McCoy trying to take a charge this time. That is team foul number 2 on the Bulldogs. And they're going to call the 3 good for Jackson Mallory. and Ottawa retains possession. First time I've seen that called this year. Short corner, Bland. Ottawa with the chance to get a 6-point swing potentially. Mallory left wing. Jackson right side to Joe. Inside they'll go to Mace. Lets the defender fly by, then misses the easy lay-in from 2 feet. Rebound by the Bulldogs. Pass the other way to McCrary. His layup's good in the foul. And when we thought we were going to get potentially a 5-point swing on the other end, it turned into a 3-point play for the Bulldogs on the other side. And that is just killer, especially on the road. 5-point lead for McPherson. Miles McCrary to shoot the and one. The Bulldogs have started 7 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 7 from deep. First trip to the foul line for McCrary. His free throw is short, but an offensive rebound by Gage McCoy. Kick it in the corner. Washington for 3. It's short. Rebound by Perry Carroll for OU. Carroll had Bland cutting, just didn't see him to his left. McDowell keeps it himself. He'll get to the short corner. Pass inside to Joe. He'll float. Can't get it to go. Braves 6 of 19 from the field and missed several from inside 5 feet. McCrary's layup good as he goes by McDowell. And it's a touchdown lead for McPherson. 11:22 to go in the half. It is a 21-4 run. No, 21-5 run, excuse me. Joe thought about the step back 3. Instead goes to Mallory on the left wing. Carroll has to reset. Came off that screen looking to shoot the 3. Wasn't able to handle the pass. Carroll has it knocked out of his hands by Rivers. It'll stay Ottawa's possession with 7 on the shot clock. Carroll will check out. Daniels will come back in for Ottawa, trailing by 7. Braves 7 of 19 from the field, just 2 of 7 from 3. Inbound to Daniels. He'll step into a 3. Yes, big triple for OU. Their third made 3. They're 3 of 9. And it's a 21-17 MAC lead. Mallory going to stretch that 2-3 zone to get out on Rivers. They'll kick it out to McCoy. Up to Jenkins. Johnson steps out on him in that zone. Jenkins right side, Rivers. 3-pointer from Rivers on the way. Another one buried. They are 4 of 8, and this has just been a trend. Ottawa just catching teams at the wrong time. Daniels on the other end, 1-3. It's an air ball. Rebound by McCoy for McPherson. Bounce pass the other way. Daniels able to save it and get the steal. And so look to recover. They'll go by McCrary and Jenkins. Left side, Ty Bland wants a triple. Wow, Ottawa missed it completely. That's a 7-point deficit here for OU. 10 minutes to go in the first half. And McPherson, who played on Thursday night, seems to be the fresher team here early on. Rivers out to Washington for 3. No, that misses everything. Back-to-back air balls, 1 from each team. Mallory's pass inside to Bland. He'll step through the contact, and he scored. He can! Tough shot fading away by Ty. And Ottawa within 5 at 24-19. Extended 2-3 zone here from OU. They're almost all the way out to the volleyball lines. Mallory almost gets the steal on the pass to Rivers. Rivers for another 3, banks it in. Of course he does. That one was shot from the volleyball lines. It's an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. Backdoor cut, Ty Bland's layup, good. And a stoppage, no whistle or anything that would need a stoppage, but the officials blow it. And they're going to let the subs come in. Jackson returns for Ottawa after the layup from Ty Bland, 27-21 McPherson. Josh Rivers has 14 on 5 of 5 shooting, 4 of 4 from 3. TJ Eskelson not taking him out of this game here early on. They're going with the 3-guard set as Ottawa really forcing them into some tough shots. The Bulldogs have just buried him. McCrary right side, Watts wants another 3. Yes. 9-point lead for McPherson. 8:44 to go in the half. Daniels loses the handle. It's stolen away by Rivers. They'll look to take it in. Right hand layup goes. It's going to get another Ottawa timeout as they trail by 11. It's all Bulldogs in McPherson. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KLFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
When it comes to medication, help with Medicare, orthotic footwear, delivery, or just taking care of a refill, your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. Stop in today at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 to 2.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. While making funeral arrangements, we hear some of the most delightful stories. We hope you record those stories to pass down to future generations. Dangle & Son sets the standard in funeral service.
In the early goings, Ottawa led 9-2. Since that point, it has been a 30-11 McPherson run. They have been led by, feels like Austin Rivers. It's Josh Rivers. He has poured in 4 made triples. He's got 16 points, a rebound, an assist, and a steal, and it's all Bulldogs up 11, 32-21, 8.5. Still 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Andre Jackson works on Watts. Bounce pass in the corner to Mallory. Up top to Joe. He'll swing it left side to Ty Bland. Bland wants a 3 on the wing. Yes! Good response from Ty after the air ball on his previous 3. Gets a runner to go and then a triple. And Ottawa within 8 at 32-24. Back to the man-to-man here for Ottawa. Could lob it inside to McCrary. Then instead they're going to go left side to Okoro. Okoro skip pass to Rivers. To Watts. Handoff. Rivers goes by Bland. Gets in the lane. Floats and doesn't score. That's his first missed field goal. And then, of course, Ottawa on the rebound steps on the baseline as it'll stay with McPherson. Jenkins will come out. McCoy will return for the Bulldogs. They lead 32-24. Okoro with Mallory on him. Shoots over the top. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Andre Jackson for the Braves. Braves 10 of 25 from the field. 3 of 11 from behind the arc. Dribble handoff right side Daniels. Up top to Dre. Left wing Ty Bland. Can he get another one? This one's blocked and picked up by the Bulldogs as Okoro got a hand on it. And they do have a sub. That's Rock Hardison in the game, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Fred Watts as he runs over Ty Bland on the left block as Watts picks up his second. That's a big blow for the Bulldogs. See if TJ Eskilson keeps Watts on the floor with those 2. They will. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the half. It's a 32-24 Bulldog lead. Daniels, front court right. He's going to keep it himself as Ottawa, not a lot of movement right now offensively. Mallory left wing, skip pass to Bland. Goes behind the back. He's guarded by Hardison. Ty spinning, looking to get inside, takes the contact. Is he going to get the bucket? No, but he's shooting free throws as Hardison got him with his chest. Bland has got 10 on 4 of 7 shooting, rebound and 1 assist. Pretty interesting. McPherson has not allowed fans in the building all year, and tonight and on Thursday night they allowed fans back in. No media though. First free throw good for Bland. Braves are now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. They trail by 6, 32-26. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remain in the half. Bulldogs have led by as many as 11. Braves led by 7 early on. McCrary inside to Hardison. He'll dunk it. Braves tried to trap Hardison on the block. Try and block Okoro on the block. And then he makes a backdoor pass to Hardison for the dunk, and it's back to an 8-point deficit for OU. Carroll back on the floor for the Braves. 3-4 Perry, yes! Quick response there from the Braves as they get within 5. 34-29 McPherson. Okoro leaves it with McCoy. Left wing back to Okoro. Rivers, guarded by Carroll. Comes off the screen as McCoy. He'll shoot the three in rhythm. No. Rebound by Andre Jackson for the Braves, and then it's whipped away by Okoro. Rivers on the wing. Kicks it back to Okoro. McCoy, he wants another three. This time it's no good. Offensive rebound, ball still on the floor. Can Ottawa get a jump ball? And it will be a timeout called by McPherson. So they're able to get back-to-back offensive boards, and it'll be a full timeout by the Bulldogs. It's a 34-29 McPherson lead. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
And paid for by Progression. Are you being denied credit? Are you getting hit with high interest rates because of a low credit score? Bad credit happens to good people. In fact, millions of Americans are victims of incorrect or unfair items on their credit report without even knowing. But don't worry, because the Credit Repair Helpline is here for you. We'll communicate with creditors and the credit bureaus on your behalf to address unfairly reported items like late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies, which can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you see meaningful improvements to their credit profile. Working to repair your credit today can help you get the new car, new home, or new job you've always wanted. Call 800-296-1281 now and get your free credit score. Call 800-296-1281 to start working to restore your credit. The call is free and the credit evaluation is free. So call 800-296-1281. That's 800-296-1281. Start building your credit today. Again, 800-296-1281.
Braves will see the return of Ian Moore, who has 2 fouls. Jackson, Carroll, Bland, and Daniels. And then a bigger lineup here is the Bulldogs have Rivers, Watts, Hardison, Okoro, and McCoy. You can't tell me that Jason Okoro goes 6'1". He's standing next to Rox Hardison, who's 6'5", and you can't tell more than a couple-inch difference between the two. Okoro, guarded by Jackson. He plays the 5 a lot of times for this team, as Fred Watts is a natural 4. Pass inside, stolen away by Ian Moore, but then he loses it out of bounds. And they will reset the shot clock. It was at 4 or 5. They're going to say Moore had possession, and that is a harsh call on Ottawa. He was trying to battle for a free ball. And a huge break there for McPherson. They would just had a couple seconds to inbound. Instead, the shot clock at 20. Dribble handoff finds McCoy right wing. Washington, the freshman, returns for the Bulldogs. McCoy all the way to the baseline. Gets Daniels to leave his feet. The floater good from 6. Back to a 7-point McPherson lead. Kind of where it's hovered for the last 10 minutes. Braves have gotten as close as 5. But nothing else. Carroll picks up his dribble, finds Daniels left corner. Jaquan dribbles out to the wing. Step back jumper for Kwan as he's able to recover, but it's off the front rim and a rebound for McPherson. Ottawa 11 of 27. Coro right side to Washington. NBA range 3 on the way is an air ball, and then Ottawa knocks it out of bounds. No, it actually went off of Hardison. Not sure I want to check the rebounding edge. It is 18-13 in favor of the Bulldogs. They have 4 offensive rebounds. Both teams with 20 points in the paint. Second chance points, none so far for the Bulldogs, which is surprising. I'll have to check that on back stats as well. Carroll got hit in the face by McCoy, and the official finally stops it as Carroll is holding his left eye. And Coach Siebenthal asking the official where the call is. Mallory will have to come in for Carroll, as he got whacked in the face. That's a 7-point MAC lead, and now a technical called on head coach Aaron Siebenthal. He's asked the official to come over, but it is just... Frustration is mounted here for Ottawa. McPherson has been in the bonus probably since the bus park, to be quite honest with you. Seeves is very close to being kicked out of this game right now, but I can't blame him. This has been brutal so far on the road for the Braves. And Jenkins makes the first, and then the second as it's 38-29. But it's got to be something. Whether it's a reach-in, it wasn't inadvertent. He was in the act of playing defense. As it's now a 9-point deficit for the Braves. Bland steps in, his runner from the elbow good as he shoots over the freshman Washington. And Ty Bland with 13 to lead the Braves. He's the only Ottawa player in double figures. 7-point MAC lead. Washington frees some space as Bland goes flying backwards. Okoro, skip pass out to Jenkins. Cameron, and a whistle and a foul called on Daniels. And back to the free throw line go the Bulldogs. It's the second on Quan. He's had a rough first half, just 1 of 5. Carroll has 9. Mallory and Jackson both with 3. Jenkins' free throw's good. He's got 9. Bulldogs 6 of 7 from the free throw line. They'll rattle in the second. And it's a 9-point McPherson lead, 40-31. 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the half. Bland left side, Washington on him. 3-pointer on the way for Ty off the front rim, no good. And Ottawa's offense has just been stagnant. McCoy, right corner, Washington. Bland on him, and that's got to be a push-off. He loses the handle anyways. Ottawa can go the other way with it with Daniels. Daniels fouled as he lost the ball. Coro caught him on the reach-in. That is team foul number 6 on the Bulldogs. Joe Johnson III will come in for Ty. Rivers returns for Washington. For Coro, his first personal. 3:22 to go in the half. Mallory will inbound it for Ottawa. We're going to try and go to Jackson. He'll work it in the corner to Daniels. Out to Moore, right wing. Ian. Back to Daniels. Bounce pass down low to Andre Jackson. Dre spinning on a Coro. Kicks it out to Johnson III for 3. Yes! On a 3-pointer. Buried by Joe Johnson III on a no-look pass from Andre Jackson. Gets Ottawa within 6. 40-34. 3 minutes left in the half. Rivers, as Ottawa's going to switch on that screen. They'll bounce pass over to Jenkins. Jenkins, step back jumper from 20 is going to be short. Rebound by Mallory for OU. Finds Ian Moore. Moore drills behind the back. Right-handed layup, good. Should have got the and one, but we'll take the layup, and Ottawa within 4. First points for Ian. Jenkins, inside, trying to score off the glass. He won't go, and then they call a foul on Mallory, as Jenkins was able to get to the block. For Jackson, he'll pick up his second. 9th team foul on Ottawa. Jenkins free throw, he'll miss that one. He had started 5 of 6. We have seen a lot of crazy things in this building over the last 3 years, as you saw Taz Jones get ejected from a game for basically sprinting out of the gym on accident. I mean, his momentum carried him out, and they called a technical as he ended up leaving the floor. Rivers to Hardison inside as Ottawa lost the handle, had it stolen. And a lay-in for McPherson, lead back to 7 at 43-36. Jackson out to Moore. Okoro will guard him. Other side of the floor to Daniels. Mallory left corner. Back to Daniels, top of the key. Right wing, Ian Moore. Drills between the legs. Back to Daniels with 13. Daniels driving on McCoy through the contact. Layup good for Jaquan. He's got 5. Braves shooting percentage now to 44% at 15 of 34. Bulldogs 15 of 30. But they have 6 made threes. They lead 43-38. Rivers picks up his dribble deep. Right side to McCoy. Passes loose, and it's stolen away by Joe. Right side pass to Daniels. Daniels wants a triple on the wing. No. Rebound tipped over to Joe on the baseline. Back up top, Jackson to Mallory for three, short. A rebound by McPherson. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the half. It's a 5-point Bulldog lead. Rivers, front court right. Near the 10-second line, and he'll scoot his way over to the middle of the floor. Screen coming from Jenkins. Rivers blows by a defender, throws it inside to Hardison. Ball's loose, stolen away by Jackson Mallory. Daniels the other way, right side. Moore lost the handle. Of course, it's loose. Ottawa trying to take a timeout, and now they call a jump ball instead. As McCoy actually was sitting on the floor behind Daniels. Ottawa loses possession. Into the game for the Braves, Perry Carroll. Moore will sit. Braves with 8 turnovers in the half. McPherson with 10. Braves have gotten turnovers on the last 2 possessions, but have come up empty on the offensive side. Carroll will guard Rivers. No hesitation, floats, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Joe Johnson III. Daniels lost the handle, but still able to kick it over to Mallory. And Ottawa's going to hold it with 18 seconds remaining in the half. Down by 5, 43-38. Carroll guarded by Rivers. Screen's going to be set by Andre Jackson. Coming off the screen is Joe Johnson III. Carroll floats at the buzzer. Shot's no good. Tip-in's good, though, by Andre Jackson. And Ottawa goes into the half down by just 3 at 43-30. Inside the Sports Center at McPherson College. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. Get the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108.
Have you ever wondered why eyeglasses cost so much? Glasses have been around 700 years. Isn't technology supposed to get less expensive over time? Well, there's a simple explanation. For decades, the eyewear industry has been dominated by a single company that's kept prices artificially high while reaping huge profits.
Yikes.
Warby Parker was created to change that. They design and produce their own eyewear and then sell it directly to you for a fraction of the price. Warby Parker's high-quality glasses start at just $95, including your prescription. And if you need an updated prescription, they've got a few easy ways to help you get one. Just go to warbyparker.com to try 5 pairs of frames for free. They'll ship them to you to try out for 5 days. If you find a style you like, they'll send you a fresh pair with your prescription. Easy. Go to warbyparker.com to pick your 5 frames to try on at home for free. That's warbyparker.com to get started for free. warbyparker.com.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life. This message brought to you by the Kansas Radon Program, the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Welcome back. Is Ottawa able to cut an 11-point deficit down to 3 on a tip-in from Andre Jackson to end the first half? Ottawa goes on a 19-11 run in the final 5 minutes of the half to take down an 11-point deficit to 3. And a lot of things went wrong for Ottawa in that first half. McPherson shot the ball well, 6 of 13 from 3, 15 of 13 overall, but the Braves find themselves within a possession at the break. Braves jumped out to a 9-2 lead just a couple minutes into the game, but from that point, McPherson able to go on a 30-11 run. They led 32-21 at the 8:32 mark. Braves cut it to 34-29 with 5:43 remaining in the half. And then that tip-in, as I mentioned, from Andre Jackson, as Ottawa held McPherson scoreless. We'll take a look here. For the final 2 minutes and 14 seconds, Ottawa only able to get a field goal on that final possession from Andre Jackson. But overall, after being down at one point by 11, Coach Siebenthal picking up a technical. Ottawa able to put McPherson in the bonus, not 8 minutes into the game, and you find yourself down by just 3. Have to feel really, really good about yourselves on the road as the Braves trying to pick up one more win and hopefully sneak into a top 4 seed in the KCAC tournament. We'll take another break. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KLFO.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Buy all your metal supplies from QSI. They not only sell steel and trim, but also windows, screws, underlayment, caulking, lumber, windows, doors, and much, much more. Visit us in Richmond or give us a call at 785-835-6100.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. To test your home, check with your local agricultural extension office for an inexpensive home test kits or find a certified professional per Kansas state law to test during a real estate transaction. Consider building radon resistant for your new home. Call 1-800-693-5343 or visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life. This message brought to you by the Kansas Radon Program, the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Welcome back to McPherson College as the Braves trail the Bulldogs 43-40 at the end of 1. And a reminder, we have the women's game to follow. The times were flipped today as the bracket has to be finalized on the men's side by a certain point this evening. So the women to follow at 4. They're coming off a win on Thursday over Southwestern College, 65-53. Ottawa did defeat the Bulldogs back in December, but the Bulldogs will be trotting out Brittany Roberts, the more than likely, if not the KCAC Player of the Year, a unanimous first-team selection. I'm sure somewhere Sterling will come away with the KCAC Player of the Year as they have gone undefeated in the regular season. But McPherson 15-8, 12-8 in the KCAC. The Braves 11-12, 11-14 have a chance to potentially sneak into the 7th seed. McPherson looks like they have locked up a top 4 seed. We'll take a look at that at pregame. But reminder, that one to follow this one scheduled for 4 o'clock. But I'm going to say it's probably going to start a little bit later based off. I see this men's game going all the way down to the wire. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KLFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Did you know Kansans with disabilities are nearly 3 times more likely to be victims of a crime? Are you a Kansan with a disability? Are you also a victim of crime? The Disability Crime Victims Unit may be able to provide you with free advocacy or civil legal services to respond to your disability rights needs as a crime victim. It doesn't matter how large or small the crime. It doesn't matter whether you reported this crime to anyone. If you are a person with a disability and a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas to find out if their Disability Crime Victims Unit can help you. Call toll-free 877-776-1541 or go to drckans.org. kansas.org.
Content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by subgrant number 18-VOCA-55, awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
The breakout hit podcast of 2020 is In the Red Clay, the story of a chance meeting in a small town that unlocks the secrets and legend of Billy Sunday Burt, one of the most notorious figures in American history.
He was a whiskey man, bank robber, hitman. He was a murderer. He's also my father.
Binge all 12 episodes now and find out why In the Red Clay is one of the best reviewed podcasts of 2020. Listen on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your shows.
And we're back here inside the Sports Center. We'll take a look at scores from around the KCAC. Kansas Wesleyan up on Avila 39-19. Kansas Wesleyan looking for their fourth straight win after going through a long spell of being in quarantine as they look to cap off their regular season. Other scores in the conference, York and Tabor scheduled to tip here in 10 minutes. Sterling and Friends just tipping off out in Sterling, Kansas. And I think that wraps it up for games right now. I thought I saw Southwestern on Twitter. It shows Southwestern leading by 3 over St. Mary at halftime. That scored not on backstats. On the women's side, we'll get you some scores. Sterling, a 91-50 win over Friends as they go 26-0 and 21-0 in the KCAC to wrap up the regular season. They are maybe the best women's basketball team I have ever seen during my time around KCAC basketball. That dates back to 2007. They are just incredible. Other games today, St. Mary and Bethel, that one about to start. And then, of course, we mentioned Ottawa and McPherson tipping up around 4 p.m. We'll go ahead and look at our first half stats. So we've got about 5 minutes until the second half. Leading scorer for McPherson, Josh Rivers, started the game 6 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3, finished 6 of 8, 16 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Cameron Jenkins, 11 points on 2 of 6 shooting. And if you told me he was 0 of 3 from behind the three-point line, I'd tell you he might have had 5 points. Instead, 7 of 8 from the foul line, 2 rebounds and an assist. Fred Watts was 6, but he had 2 fouls in the first half. Miles McCrary with 4, Rock Hardison with 4, and Gage McCoy with 2. As a team, the Bulldogs 48% from the floor, 46% from deep, 6 of 13, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Did turn it over 10 times, and that turned into how many second chance points here for OU? Just 2 out of those 10. 17 total rebounds for the Braves, 20 for the Bulldogs. They had 4 offensive rebounds. Those second chance points they were not able to capitalize on. Both teams with 4 offensive boards. Braves did lead on bench points 19-8, and on points in the paint 28-26. 6 steals for Ottawa, 3 for the Bulldogs. 8 assists for the Braves, 6 for the Bulldogs, and then McPherson with 2 blocks. Leading scorer for the Braves in the first half, Ty Bland, off the bench, had 13 on 5 of 9 shooting, hit 1 3 and was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Joe Johnson finished with 3. Jackson Mallory, 3 points, 3 boards, and an assist. Andre Jackson, 5 points. He was perfect from the field. 5 rebounds and 2 assists for him. Ian Moore, 2 points, 2 boards, but did pick up 2 fouls. Pierre Carroll, 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound. Jaquan Daniels, 5 points on 2 of 7 shooting. Mason McDowell, 1 rebound and 3 assists, only attempted 1 shot, which he missed. We'll take our last break before the start of the second half. You've been listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting GreatLifeGolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Kansas State High School Activities Association.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
As we get set for the second half, I want to give you an update on other events in Ottawa University athletics. And currently in action is the inaugural game for women's flag football, and it is going very well. At the half, it is 45-0 in favor of the Braves over the Milligan Buffaloes, as a good start out at Advent Health Field. That second half will be starting here in just a little bit, but leading 45-0 in their first game. That team coached by Liz Sowers. Other games today, Ottawa University men's volleyball fell 3-0 to number 7 Jamestown. They still have to play Dordt today. Men's and women's track and field is at the KCAC conference tournament. So as we get some of those results, we'll pass that along. And then Ottawa University men's and women's bowling is competing at the Hoosier Classic in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we'll keep you updated on the women's flag football game as we go on, but they lead 45-0 at the half. Inside the Sports Center in McPherson, it's 43-40 Bulldogs as we start the second half. Same starters for both teams. For McPherson, McCoy, Rivers, Jenkins, Watts, and Okoro. For Ottawa, Carroll, Andre Jackson, McDowell, Moore, and Daniels. Ottawa with possession to start the half. McDowell picks up his dribble, leaves it with Daniels on the wing. He'll drive on Watts, kick it back out to Ian Moore. And Ottawa's going to have to reset with just 9 on the shot clock. So they go right to left in the second half. Here's Perry Carroll. Perry in big trouble. Ottawa's just going to have to throw something up, and that is bad of a possession as you can have on your first coming out of the locker room as McPherson gets the rebound. McCoy wants a three on the other end. It's an air ball, and then Carroll kicks it out of bounds. That has got to be the 4th or 5th time in this game, and it's just been a trend for this team, unfortunately. They found themselves in good spots on the defensive rebounding side, but incidents like that have just killed Ottawa. It seems like teams just hit a three coming out of that every single time. Cameron Jenkins, right wing, they're trying to post up Watts as Jackson's on him. Jackson able to put enough body into him to force the pass to the other side of the floor out to Okoro. Okoro drives on McDowell, bounce pass out to Rivers. Rivers leading the scorer in the game. Jumper from the corner off the front rim. No one on the backside for the rebound for OU. And a lay-in by Jason Okoro. That is the second chance points of the night. A three-pointer on the other end by Moore. And a rebound by McPherson. Okoro out to the wing. Bulldogs leading by 5. Fred Watts for 3 again. Long, and the rebound to Perry Carroll for the Braves. Braves just need a spark right now, as that's going to be a turnover. Carroll dribbles it off his foot. McDowell steps out on Rivers. Shot's no good. Rebound by Daniels. Big break there for the Braves. Now they're out on the break the other way, but not able to capitalize. And a bounce pass inside intended for Andre Jackson is knocked out of bounds by McCoy. 18 minutes and 18 seconds remain. And for two teams that need this win desperately, it has been sloppy, really from the beginning. Both teams now with 10 turnovers. Not sure if they're playing tight or what it is, but Ottawa just not having a spark coming off what could potentially have been their toughest loss of the season. A jumper from Ian Moore. They'll kick it out to Mason McDowell, and the big man throws it down for the first time this season. Haven't seen him get up like that in a long time, and maybe that's what Ottawa needs. goes baseline, one-handed flush for the big man from Paola. On the other end, Okoro hits a jumper from 20 in his face. But it's a 5-point MAC lead, as that is the first basket on the other end from Ottawa in the second half. Carroll lost the handle. Ball's loose. It's stolen away. They'll push. It's 5-on-4. Jenkins with Daniels on him, and he commits the foul, and third personal on Jaquan. Third personal on him, and 2.5 minutes into the second half, you got to keep him on the floor. Okoro left wing, going to drive on McDowell, then works back to the short corner. Inside McCoy, floater, and Ottawa just lost him. Uncontested jumper, and it's out to a 7-point lead. Step back three from Jackson on the other end, good. Dre with a big triple, that's his first made three. He is 3 of 3 from the floor, has 8 points as it's 49-45 Bulldogs. Other end, Cameron Jenkins wants a triple. He won't get it, and then it's knocked out of bounds by McPherson. They are going to continue to fire. They have not hit on a 3 in the second half. 6 of 17 are the Bulldogs on the night, but 0 of 4 to start the second half. Just over midcourt is Perry Carroll. He'll find McDowell between the circles, faces up. Left-hand dribble for Mace. Out to Daniels. Elbow jumper from Quan. Good. It rattles in. And Ottawa's got it back to within 2. 49-47. 16:35 to go. Rivers. Jackson steps out on him as he gets a screen. McCoy right side to Okoro. Deep three from Jason Okoro. Long. Rebound by Andre Jackson. Out to McDowell. Left side of the floor to Perry Carroll. Carroll, right-hand dribble, gets out to the wing, screen coming by McDowell. Perry inside to Mace, right-hand layups long, and the rebound to the Bulldogs on a good give and go that time between him and Carroll. Coro out to McCoy. Inside they'll go to Fred Watts. He's got great position on McDowell. Can he finish? Watts loses the handle, turnaround jumper is going to be good. Ottawa got him in a tough spot, but the senior able to spin out of it and fade away for the 5-footer. Jackson goes by Gage McCoy, and his shot's blocked. Got a lot of the body. No whistle, which we got every whistle in the book in the first half, have none in the second. Pass the other way to Daniels. Bounce pass in the corner to Andre Jackson. Dre through the contact, and now a whistle as Jackson will go to the line for free throws. We had 8 fouls called in the first 5 minutes of the first half, and this is the first foul in the second half, 4 minutes and 33 seconds into it as Dre heads to the free throw line. He has 10 points, 3 of 4 from the field. First free throw is good as into the game for the Braves, Mallory and Bland. McDowell and Moore will sit. 15:27 to go. Dre with a chance to cut it to 2. He will. 10 points for Andre Jackson. 51-49 McPherson. Ottawa hasn't led since the 14-20 mark of the first half when it was 12-9. Pass down low to Okoro. Tough matchup here for Mallory. He doesn't score on the initial. Gets his own rebound and put back, though, as Ottawa playing very small without really a 5 on the floor, and McPherson will take advantage of that all night if you let him. Up and under, layup on the other end, no good from Carroll. Rebound by McPherson. Okoro the other way with it for the Bulldogs. Goes by Andre Jackson. Shots blocked, but they call a foul anyways on Andre. And every time Ottawa's gotten it within a possession, McPherson has had a response. Jason Okoro, the sophomore from Lagos, Nigeria, transferred from Newman. That's the free throw line. His first one draws rim, and that's it. Braves 19 of 45 from the floor, 42%. The Bulldogs at 45%. Both teams with 6 made threes. Second free throw for Okoro is good. The lead is back to 5. Daniels will check out. Joe Johnson III will come back in. Miles McCrary will come in for the Bulldogs. He'll check in for Okoro as the Bulldogs get even bigger here. They're going to go 6'6", 6'5", 6'5", and 6'1" with Jenkins. Of course, Rivers at 5'10", but Ottawa has to get on the glass when shots are missed. That rebounding edge now at +6 for McPherson. It was +10 in that double overtime win for the Bulldogs in Ottawa earlier this year, and it's a miss by Daniels, who did not come off the floor. It was Andre Jackson who checked out, and McPherson with the rebound. This is a tough matchup for Carroll. Watts steps through, picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to Rivers. Rivers right wing. Goes by Carroll, gets the free throw line, backdoor cut to McCrary, right-hand layup, no good, and he's going to the line as he got both Ottawa defenders to leave their feet. Foul's called on Ty Bland, his second. Been a tough night for Quan. 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3. Really, Ty Bland and Andre Jackson, the two players in double figures, which you would expect are the only ones shooting the ball well. Jackson's going to come in for Daniels, and I don't blame Seats here. Now you can move Bland over to potentially the 3 instead of the 4. I think that's a better spot for him. Second is good. It's back to a 6-point lead after Ottawa had cut it to 51-49. It's a 4-0 run here by McPherson. Carroll right wing over to Joe Johnson III. He has Jenkins on him. Passes it thrown out of bounds. Bland trying to cut to the baseline, but it stopped, and Joe thought he was going to continue that run, and 11 turnovers on Ottawa. That's 3 early on in the second half. 13:57 to go. McPherson with a 6-point lead. Jenkins step back 3, short. Rebound though to McCoy for McPherson, and the rebounds just continuing to stack up. McCrary in the lane, steps through, shoots over the top. Carroll able to take the rebound away from Fred Watts on the miss. Perry cutting through all the way to the basket, kicks out to Bland, over to Mallory, to Andre Jackson. Dre out to Carroll for 3 on the baseline. No. Rebound by Ty Bland, though. He'll look to attack, kick it out to Andre Jackson. Dre, right side Carroll. Here's Ty Bland. He'll take his attempt at a 3. No. Ottawa 6 of 22 from 3. And a stoppage as Fred Watts lost his shoe. Ottawa 19 of 48 from the field. They've had great looks on their last 2 possessions, but have come up empty. Time running out here for Ottawa. 13 minutes to go, and offensively just have not had an answer. They're going to try a lob inside to McCrary. He misses the first one, then Andre Jackson gets the block on the second, and Fred Watts commits the foul as he was looking for a jump ball on Joe Johnson III. Fourth personal on Fred Watts, and he's going to have to sit. Rock Hardison will check in. A player we haven't seen tonight is Jaquan Chestnut, the junior from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He scored 28 against Ottawa back in December, averaged just 7 points per game, and blew up in that game against the Braves. Has not stepped on the floor tonight for TJ Eskilson's team. Joe, bounce pass out to Mallory, right wing. Screen for him by Jackson. Left side, Carroll. Screen by Andre Jackson. Works inside, out to Ty, to Joe. Perry, stepping through the lane. Back out to Johnson III. Goes by one defender. Steps through the contact. Layup is no good, but they're going to blow the whistle before the shot there. And a foul called on McPherson. Team's third personal on McPherson. Foul called on Rivers, his first. Jenkins, oh my apologies, going to be Rivers checking out. Quite possibly the biggest lineup you could throw on the floor right now for McPherson against one of the smaller ones here from Ottawa. Here's Ty Bland, goes through the defender, gets fouled, and he's going to blow by McCrary all night if they keep that matchup on him. Ty Bland, 13 points on 5 of 10 shooting, and he'll shoot free throws. The Braves have only been there 7 times, where they've made 5. Ty's free throw, no good. This end of the floor has not been kind to the Braves. Ty's second is going to go as Ottawa cuts it to 5 at 55-50. 12 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Got it to 2 at 51-49. McPherson went on a quick 4-0 spurt. McCrary, left side to Jenkins. They're going to lob it inside to Hardison. Able to lay it in as they threw the lob pass over the top of Carroll as he was fronting him on that backside. Carroll right wing. Hand it off to Johnson III. Up top, Andre Jackson. Dre hands it to Carroll. Perry floating in the lane. It's an air ball. Might have been blocked. Then the rebound by McPherson. He's in trouble. They'll throw it near midcourt. It finds Hardison. Back to McCoy. He'll sprint to beat the 10-second violation. Jenkins in the lane, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Cameron Jenkins. And again, it's Ty Bland taking it for Ottawa. Second charge that Ty Bland has taken today. 15th foul on the Bulldogs. Jerome Washington returning. Points in the paint have really taken a turn. It was 34-32 OU at the half. They now have 12 points in the paint in the second and leading 44-34. 7-point lead, 11 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Braves have managed just 10 points in the second half. Bland up has his shot blocked, and then a late whistle as it's either on McCoy or Hardison. It's on Hardison, and the free throw line again is Ty Bland. Hardison's second. Ty Bland 16 points, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Daniels will check in for Carroll. And Ottawa needs Quan right now. He has had a rough night. 7 points, 3 of 10 from the floor. And it's all about body language for him, and player that many described as the best defender in the conference a year ago. This is the opportunity to make some plays on the defensive end and then get after it offensively. McCoy in the short corner. Pounce pass back up top to Washington to McCoy. They go baseline. They'll kick it up top. Washington for a 3. Good, of course. Freshman buries the 3. And it's an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. They're doing all of this with their starters on the bench for the most part. Dre at the free throw line. Right corner. Can Joe respond with a 3? No. Hardison can't keep it from going out of bounds. And they'll stay with Ottawa. Braves 1 of 7 from 3 in the second half. Mallory's inbound. It's going to go to Andre Jackson. Has to go get it just in front of the three-point line. Dre, right-hand layup blocked, I think, by McCrary. And it comes up well short. Ottawa down to 38% from the field. 10:35 left. Skip pass finds McCoy. Almost stepped out of bounds. They're going to go inside to McCrary. Layup's good as they're just torching Ottawa's zone defense. And it's a 10-point deficit, largest of the second half for OU. We're going to leave it with Ty Bland on the right wing. Ty for 3, yes, and he's the only one that seems to have it today. He's got 19. Cuts the Ottawa deficit to 7 at 62-55. Is Ty able to hit his second 3? Okoro passes it to McCoy, guarded by Mallory. At the point, step back 3 from McCoy on the way is long. Rebound finds Joe. He can push it the other way. Right side pass to Ty. He looks to score, and he gets fouled by McCoy. Ty kind of caught himself in no man's land, but draws the foul. Back to the free throw line for Bland. Third personal on McCoy. 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. Bland's free throw goes. Ty with 25 on Wednesday. That was a career high. He has come back with 20 points tonight. Second, no, as it goes long, and the rebound by the Bulldogs. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the final regular season game of the year for OU, down by 6, 62-56. Pass left side goes through the hands of McCoy. It's stolen away by Joe Johnson III. Joe out to Daniels, right-hand layup's good. Fast break points there for OU, and they cut it to 4 as they go on a 6-0 run. Okoro at the point, waiting for Rivers to check in as he's been sitting there for several minutes. Okoro off the screen, McCoy for 3 draws rim, and that's it. Picked up by Mallory. Ottawa can push the other way out to Ty. Ty wants an NBA range 3. It's in and out. Rebound by Daniels, and a foul's going to be called on McPherson on the offensive rebound from Daniels. Sends Jaquan to the free throw line, and a timeout on the floor by McPherson as Ottawa, in the midst of an 8-2 run, has cut it to a 4-point deficit at 62-58. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
When it comes to medication, help with Medicare, orthotic footwear, delivery, or just taking care of a refill, your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. Stop in today at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 to 2.
No matter the brand, Adams & Brothers can prepare your home comfort system for the cold Kansas winter ahead. Call them today, 785-242-9273. Adams & Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. With the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108.
Braves down by 4, 62-58. As we have 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go inside the Sports Center. It'll be Daniels to shoot the 1-and-1 for the Braves. Rivers will return for McPherson, as they will go Rivers, Hardison, McCrary, and Okoro, along with the freshman Jerome Washington. For Ottawa, Daniels, Mallory, Jackson, Johnson the third, and Bland. Trying to see who that other one was. Ottawa didn't make any subs out of that timeout. First free throw good for Jaquan Daniels. And Ottawa has gotten within 2 once here early in the second half, and then that ballooned out to a 10-point deficit. Can they get it back within 2? They can't. Second free throw is good for Daniels. He's got 11, and Ottawa's within 2 on a 10-2 run. Rivers gets a screen from Hardison. Ottawa doesn't help on Rivers. His layup's no good. Daniels gets the board, and the Braves will go the other way with it. Bland out on the wing, goes baseline. He's trapped, lost the handle, ball's loose, picked up by McPherson. And that was in trouble from the beginning. Bland just dribbled himself into trouble. McCrary right side. Washington wants another 3. He'll get it. Back-to-back three-pointers for Washington. And a sub coming. Jenkins will come in. Back to a 5-point lead. Carroll will come in for Mallory. But it is those moments in the game where you feel like you have a chance to take the lead or tie, and Ottawa has just not taken advantage. Time after time, they get to that 2 to 4 point deficit, and McPherson buries a 3. That was only their second made 3 of the second half, both coming from Washington. From the freshman, here's Carroll in the lane. Kicks it out to Johnson III. He'll get in the lane, floats, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, put back by Dre, and the foul. Andre Jackson with 13 points, and a chance for an and one. That is the 9th team foul on McPherson. Dre finishes the three-point play, so Ottawa gets it the old-fashioned way after McPherson buried the three on the other end. 7 minutes and 57 seconds remain. Bulldogs by 2. Ottawa going to trap. And a steal here by Daniels. He's going to throw it to Carroll. He's driving on Jenkins. Can Carroll score? He can, and we're tied at 65. 16-5 run from OU. 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Okoro dribble handoff just in front of his bench. Dribbles back to the middle of the floor, guarded by Carroll. Stepping out, Ottawa traps Jenkins again. He's in trouble. Pass right side to McCrary. Back up top to Rivers, 9 on the shot clock for McPherson. Pick and roll coming for Josh Rivers. He loses the handle, ball's on the floor. Daniels will pick it up. He has Joe the other way. Joe, with someone on his back, lost the handle. Gonna kick it to Ty. Out to Jaquan. He's in trouble. He has to go to Carroll, back to Daniels. They're gonna lob it down low to Andre Jackson. He'll drive on Jenkins. Through the contact, kick it out, Joe. 4-3, you betcha! Joe Johnson III gives Ottawa their first lead since the 14:25 mark of the first half. Braves are on an 18-5 run, and they lead 68-65, 6:44 to go. Going baseline, Okoro, he'll kick it in the corner. Jenkins, open three on the way, good. Timeout by TJ Eskelson, a 30-second timeout, but we're tied at 68 with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank, a better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Have you heard the news? The ORC is offering a free Zumba party on March 1st. Join us in person or online for a great time. Zumba will give you a total workout combining all elements of fitness. Our Zumba classes will begin March 8th, and you can register online or in person. Brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Braves on an 18-8 run. Cameron Jenkins able to stop the bleeding there for McPherson and tie it at 68. Bulldogs 9 of 25 from 3. Ottawa 8 of 26. Ty Bland, one of 4 Braves in double figures, leading the way with 20. Carroll will have Rivers on his back the entire length of the floor, and he'll work between the circles. Guarded by Jenkins. Kicks it in the corner to Andre Jackson. Has McCrary on him. Right hand layup's going to go as McCrary hits the deck. In the layup by Andre Jackson, who's got 15 on 5 of 7 shooting. Braves by 2, 70-68. 6:09 to go. Okoro with Joe on him. Little hesitation and a late whistle and a push-off going to be called on Joe. Joe's giving up at least 40 pounds there to Okoro. I don't see, if anything, it's just the hand check. It wouldn't be a push, as Joe was the one taking the contact basically from the top of the key to the right block. Johnson picks up his first personal. I believe that is the 4th team foul, hard to tell. On the stream, Rivers to inbound to the left of McPherson basket. They're trying to go to Fred Watts. They'll throw it out in their midcourt. McCoy tracks it down just in front of the timeline. And he'll be guarded by Ty Bland. Draves it with Okoro. Okoro with Bland on him. Driving, gets through the lane. Layup's going to go high off the glass from Jason Okoro. Tied again at 70. Ottawa going to leave it in the hands of Andre Jackson between the circles. Looking left side. Dribble handoff to Ty Bland. Bland between the legs. Gets in the lane. Lost his dribble. Going to kick it right side to Carroll with 13 on the shot clock. Screen coming by Andre Jackson to the left. Carroll. Bland for a deep three. It's halfway down and out. Offensive rebound. I thought Joe had it. He lost it. And it's out in transition now for McPherson with Cameron Jenkins. His layup is going to not go. They're going to say he was fouled on the floor as he got it to go. Daniel's going to pick up his 4th. Daniel's got to keep his composure here with those 4 fouls. Still 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Rivers to inbound for the Bulldogs. They'll lob it to Watts on the right corner. Inside of Okoro. Right side pass, Jenkins. They're going to ISO for him. Jenkins in the lane, up and under. Layup's no good. Fred Watts gets the offensive rebound and put back, though. Daniels not going to pick up his fifth on an offensive board. And McPherson regains the lead at 72-70. They're on a 5-0 run. Daniels left wing. Up top to Carroll. Perry trying to get through the body of Rivers. His shot's blocked. Gets his own rebound. Spins through the contact of McCoy. Still scores for Perry. He's got 13. 72 all. 4:35 left. This game the difference between a 3 seed and a 5 seed in the KCAC tournament. Rivers with Johnson on him. He'll kick it left side to McCoy. Guarded by Bland. Up top to Jenkins. NBA range 3 for Jenkins off the front rim. Rebound by Carroll for OU. 3-on-3 the other way for Perry. Out to Bland. He almost falls out of bounds, but able to recover. Pass down low to Daniels. Up top, Joe. In the corner, Andre Jackson for a 3. It's long, and the rebound going to go off Fred Watts. Yes, it is Ottawa basketball. As that one's knocked out of bounds, Carroll forcing Watts to lose it out of bounds. Daniels will check out. Mallory will come in. 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Inbound goes to Carroll. Lane is good. Rivers had his back turned to the inbound, and Mallory makes him pay with the assist. 74-72 OU. 3:51 to go. Ottawa's going to try and trap. It's going to be Joe Johnson third with the steal. He'll go to Carroll. Right-hand layup from Perry is good, and Ottawa leads by 4, 76-72. 3:40 to play. And what Ottawa's doing is when McPherson goes with the pick and roll, they're basically double teaming the guard up there, and it has forced 3 or 4 turnovers. Step back 3 on the other again from Rivers is good, of course. Rivers with 19, 5 of 6 from 3, 10th triple for McPherson, and it's a 1-point Ottawa lead. 3:15 left. Mallory's just going to hold it, standing on the M in McPherson in the middle of the floor. Daniels make that Johnson the third. On the wing, drives on Jenkins. 6 on the shot clock for OU. Andre Jackson will look to attack. Goes by a Okoro. Right-hand layup is going to go, but they're going to say it was on the floor first. Bray's already in the bonus, so Dre will go to the line, and Okoro can't stay with Andre Jackson right now. Second personal on Okoro. I believe that is the 10th team foul. And he'll miss the first one. That one halfway down and popped out for Andre Jackson. Braves are 12 of 15 from the foul line. He makes the second as it's 13-16. Ottawa going to take a full timeout, leading 77-75 with 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. They lead it by 2. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
This is Walt Dengel of Dengel & Son Mortuary. We provide excellent service because we are meticulous in taking care of details. Our staff knows how important it is to the families. Dengel & Son sets the standard for funeral service.
Wash your hands.
Cover your cough. Keep your distance. Stay home. Help stop the spread of the COVID-19 virus. We're all in this together.
And being together apart is how we'll all come out healthy and safe.
A reminder from your friends at 1220
and 103.7 FM.
KOFO.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back to the Sports Center in McPherson, Kansas, as Ottawa leads the McPherson College Bulldogs 77-75. And the turnovers that Ottawa has forced tonight have paid off. They have 20 points off of 15 McPherson turnovers, and several of those coming here in the second half. As Ottawa has gotten out on the fast break as well. They have 7 fast break points. Is McPherson basketball out of the timeout? They'll lead it with Okoro on the right wing. Out to Jenkins. At the volleyball lines, right side pass to Fred Watts. He wants a 3. No. Long rebound into the hands of Ty Bland for OU. 2:35 remaining. Braves by 2. It'll be Jackson Mallory to walk it across. He'll pick up his dribble right as he crosses the timeline. Finds Bland left side of the floor. Bland to Andre Jackson. He'll spin to the baseline. Watts falls down, and McPherson's going to save it for a turnover. And Okoro goes the other way for McPherson. Pass in the corner to McCoy. Back to Okoro. Front court left. They're going to post up Fred Watts on the baseline. Carroll comes over to help. Stripped away by Jackson Mallory, and Andre Jackson will pick it up. Watts put his head down to try and dribble, and Mallory makes him pay. 1:52 left. 77-75 OU. Carroll just going to hold it in front of the McPherson student section on the far side. Pick and roll with Andre Jackson. Carroll with a Okoro on him, dribbles to the left baseline, goes out to Joe Johnson III. Joe, pick and roll with Andre Jackson. Right-hand layup's good with 3 on the shot clock. And Ottawa's lead at 4, 79-75, a minute 26 to go. Rivers, step back 3 is long. Can Ottawa get a rebound? They can. Andre Jackson with a big board with 1:17 to go, and Ottawa can slow it up, leading by 4. 79-75. Bland going to dribble out to the wing. Lost the handle. Of course, it's stolen away. And then Bland able to recover. Can he get the steal? He cannot. And they were face guarding Perry Carroll on the other end. Oh, no, it's going to be a foul on McPherson. Oh, my goodness gracious. That play took place on the far right-hand corner. And the way the officials have kind of made calls tonight is very nonchalant, like it's going to be a pass or basically an inbounds for a team. I've seen several charge calls tonight like that. I know it's an early game, but you can get a little bit of excitement from these officials. But Ty Bland to the free throw line for OU is long on the first one. Lead stays at 4, 79-75. Bland has 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Second on the way for Ty is good, and it is a 80-75 lead for OU. Daniels will come in for Bland with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Rivers, right side to Jenkins, left side to Okoro, out on the wing. He goes baseline on Joe Johnson, the third layup's good, and Ottawa no backside help. Timeout by McPherson with 56 seconds remaining. It's going to be a full timeout. Braves up 80-77. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Ottawa leading 80-77. 56 seconds remaining as Ty Bland able to go 1 of 2 from the foul line as that followed Ottawa's layup on the other end from Andre Jackson. McPherson on the next possession comes down, gets a layup from Jason Okoro, who's got 11. Ottawa 29 of 67 from the field for 43%. Braves 8 of 29 from 3. McPherson at 46%. And they are 10 of 29 from 3. They hit 6 threes in the first half. They were 6 of 13, but 10 of 29 now. Braves are 8 of 28. Full court pressure coming from the Bulldogs. Official time is 55.8. Mallory to inbound for OU. It's going to go to midcourt to Perry Carroll, guarded by Rivers. Dribbles out to the wing. Double team there, triple team now. Is in trouble. Goes back to Mallory at midcourt. 47 seconds remaining. Mallory with Jenkins on him. Jackson's going to come and get it there. Dre, 15 on the shot clock. Finds Perry Carroll. Carroll with Rivers on him. Backs in, still backing in. Double team. Perry cutting. Kicks it out. Dre for 3 on the way. It's halfway down and out. Rebound by McPherson with 26 seconds remaining. That looked real good, leaving in the hands of Dre. 22 seconds left. Cameron Jenkins going to hold it near midcourt. And they're going to hold for the final shot. Ottawa's going to try and trap here, and then they commit the foul. with 15 seconds from Jackson Mallory. Not a bad play there, as that's going to send Jenkins to the line with 14.4 remaining and a full timeout called by McPherson as the Braves lead 80-77. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University Men's Basketball on KOFO.
If you're a propane customer, make sure your propane system is operating safely by having it inspected by a qualified service technician. If you've run out of propane or had an interruption of service, your propane supplier is required to test your propane system to ensure that it is leak-free and safe. Each family member should know what propane smells like and what to do in the event of a gas leak. Call your propane supplier for additional information. This message brought to you by this station and the Kansas Propane Education and Research Council, Greg Knoll, Executive Director.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Inside of the Sports Center in McPherson, Kansas, it's an 80-77 lead for OU. Cameron Jenkins to the line for free throws. After the three-point miss from Andre Jackson on the other end from OU, a good look. Shot clock was at 1. Did drop. That was only team foul number 5 on Ottawa. Inbound will come from Gage McCoy with 15.7 to go. 10 seconds remaining. Rivers. Ottawa going to step out on him with Andre Jackson. Josh Rivers, double team, lost the handle. It's stolen away by Andre Jackson with 2 seconds, 1.3. And they're going to say Andre Jackson stepped out of bounds. Rivers was trying to foul him, and Dre steps out of bounds with 1.3, and it's McPherson possession. And they're going to call a timeout. It'll be I believe a 30-second timeout. Now they're going to change it to a full. We're going to go and take a 30. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball on KOFO.
We are strong, we are resilient, we will get through this together. Hi, this is Shimi Ojale, forward for the Boston Celtics. As COVID-19 is spreading quickly across the state of Kansas and Franklin County, it's more important than ever to take precautions. Please join me in doing your part to keep yourself and others safe. Stop having gatherings beyond your immediate household until case numbers go down. Always wear your mask in public places, wash your hands, and get your flu shot.
Braves lead at 80-77, and a lot of confusion here, as that should have only been a 30-second timeout. Ottawa's got their team on the floor. The officials let McPherson sit down and have an extra 10 or 15 seconds. The Ottawa coaching staff is livid. I see Phil McClintock off his feet. And if I'm Ottawa, I think about taking a timeout here just to kind of regroup. Is McPherson will inbound it with 1.7 remaining, down by 3. Rivers will inbound for McPherson, and Ottawa will take a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, and I like the call from head coach Aaron Siebenthal here. Is Phil McClintock was talking to the scorers table, telling them they do not have a full timeout. Instead, we'll go ahead and just keep it here. Have received word from Larson Johnson back in the station that Ottawa University women's flag football leading 64-0 in the fourth quarter. Update on our women's game to follow. I would expect a tip closer to 4:15. They are doing senior night festivities inside the Sports Center there in McPherson. So if you hear some music for a few minutes at the conclusion of this one, if we don't go to overtime, definitely expect a little bit of a gap, as we'll have that game to follow this one. But it has been a thriller, as Ottawa trailed by as many as 11 in the second half. They cut that lead, just chipped at it, got within 2. It would go back out to 5-7, and Ottawa finally taking that lead at 70-68. McPherson able to come back, lead at 72-70. But once it flipped back to 77-75, Ottawa then able to get it to 80-77, and it's kind of stayed there over the last minute as neither team has been able to score. And at this point, it'll be an inbound by Jason Okoro by the Bulldogs. They need a 3 to send it to overtime, and everyone that's on the floor right now can shoot it for the Bulldogs. I know they're 10 of 30 from three, but they can all shoot it. See who the inbound goes to. Okoro. Oh, no, they've got Rivers wide open on the wing. It's an air ball, and Ottawa's going to win. My goodness gracious. Ottawa's going to slip out of McPherson, Kansas, with an 80-77 victory over the McPherson College Bulldogs, as all the action was taking place really on the right side of the floor. Rivers able to slip out. They skip it to the far side. He's wide open. Daniels goes out and challenges, does enough, and Ottawa comes back from an 11-point deficit to win it 80-77, and they're coming back to Wilson Fieldhouse to play in the quarterfinals of the KCAC tournament as they win their 16th game of the season, 13th in KCAC play. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com.
Braves with a double-digit comeback in the second half, pull out the win 80-77 on the road as they go 27, or make that 29 of 68 from the floor for 42%, 8 of 29 from three, 14 of 18 from the foul line. Braves able to force 17 McPherson turnovers, resulting in 23 OU points. They end up out-rebounding the Bulldogs 39-37. 60 points in the paint for OU. That's unofficial, so we'll have to check on that with SID Katie Tooley later this afternoon. But if that's the case, that is the most by far this season. Braves finished with 12 steals, 15 assists. Braves end up putting 4 players in double figures, led by Ty Bland off the bench. When things were going wrong for OU, Ty had an answer to keep Ottawa within striking distance all night. 21 on 6 of 13 shooting, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Perry Carroll was 17 on 8 of 16 shooting, had 6 rebounds. Jaquan Daniels, 11 points, 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Ian Moore finished with 2. Andre Jackson with 18 on 6 of 10 shooting, 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Joe Johnson with 6, had a big 3 to give Ottawa the lead late in the second half. Jackson Mallory did it all, had to play the 4, had to play the 5, got some big steals down the stretch. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for him. Mason McDowell, 2 points, but he made it count with that one-handed dunk. A rebound and 4 assists for him. And as we all catch our breath here, Ottawa goes to 16-8, and now we just wait. We do know now, though, that Ottawa will not slip into that 5 spot, as McPherson now has 9 losses, Braves with only 8 on the year in KCAC play. So they have at least managed to avoid falling into that play-in game. Now they will not have to play on Monday, so you will see them in action on Thursday inside Wilson Fieldhouse. If you win that one, then you play Saturday on the road, most likely, unless there was an upset of either Bethel or Oklahoma Wesleyan. And then, of course, Hartman Arena on Monday. If you make your way there, as Ottawa did a year ago, and I'm sure this team would love another shot at redemption to get back to Wichita and find them holding the trophy at the end of the day on Championship Monday. I want to thank Larson Johnson for all of his help today as Ottawa gets the win on the road at McPherson, 80-77. Their next game will be on Thursday in the KCAC quarterfinals. You've been listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves men's basketball on